Hello, I am Aswin Jakania. Today we will learn about calendaring as a part of manufacturing process. What is calendaring and what contains it? Introduction, how it works, use, material specification, types, advantages, disadvantages. Introduction. A calendar is a device used to process a polymer melt into a sheet or film. When first developed, it was mainly used for processing rubber, but nowadays it is commonly used for producing thermoplastic sheets, coatings, and films. How it works? Basically, the calendering is a part of manufacturing process for plastic and ceramic section. The basic idea of the machine is that squeeze a heat soft polymer between two or more rollers. This area is called a NIP to form a continuous sheet. To begin with this process, the polymer must go through bending and fluxing before it goes through the calendar. It makes it a consistency easier for the calendar to handle. The thickness of the polymer sheet is depend mainly on the gap between the last two rollers. The last set of the rollers also detect the surface finish, glossiness and texture of the surface. Polymer is ready for going through the rollers tends to follow the faster moving roller of the two that it's in contact with, and it also stick more to the hotter rolls. That's why calendar typically end with a smaller roller at a higher speed to peel the sheet off. It is also why the middle roller is kept cooler so that the sheet won't stick to the other rollers, nor will it split by sticking to both rollers, which can happen. Uses. In fact, it's the application of the calendar, floor tile, continuous flooring, rain wear, shower contents, pressure sensitive types, automobile and furniture upholstery, wall covering, luminous ceiling, signs and displays, etc. Material specification. Which kind of material to be used in this kind of calendering process? The best polymer for calendering are thermoplastic because they soften at a temperature much lower than their melting temperature. Thermoplastic melt have a fairly low viscosity, but they are still strong enough to hold together and not run all over the place. Heat sensitive materials are also great for calendar because calendar put immense pressure on the materials to work them and therefore do not need as a high temperature to process them, limiting the chance of thermal degradation. That is why calendaring is often the method of choice for progressing PVC. Types of calendaring. Here the circles are rolling. Roller moves and calendaring process done accordingly. It can be built with or one more roller in the stack. This design was not ideal through because at each nip there is an outward force that pushes the roller away from the nip. L-type. L-type calendar are often used for progressing rigid vinyl, and inverted L-type calendar are normally used for flexible vinyls. These both setups have become popular and become some rollers are at 90-degree angle to another. Their roll separating forces have less effect on the subsequent rollers. Here L shape is over there. Z type. The Z type calendar places each pair of rollers at a right angle to the next pair in the chain. This means that the roll separating force that are on each roller individually will not affect any other rollers. Advantages. The calendar is very good at handling polymer that are heat sensitive and is because it causes very little thermal degradation. It is good at mixing polymers that contains high amount of solid additives that don't get blended or fluxed in very well. Due to this, calendar is process a large amount of melt than extrusion. Disadvantages: it is very expensive process to perform if the thickness is low below 0.006 inches, then there is a tendency for pinholes and void to appear in the seats. If the thickness is greater than about 0.06 inches, then there is a risk of air entrapment in the seat. So achieve the desired thickness is also a very difficult process. So here is the end of this calendaring process video. Thank you for watching the video. Keep learning.